Hey friends, Coach Kyle here, and I want to talk about something that I haven't actually spoken much about to anybody in reality, except for two people, Desi and my counselor. And it is how I've really overcome a lot of like self problems. And I have a history of depression, suicide ideation, self-harm, cutting when I was younger in high school, and my my adult life, I guess you could say, basically after high school, after college, I've been really good, but I still had periods of 1 day to 5, 7 days every once in a while where I would just feel horrible. Like I would just want to lay down and die, basically. Just the worst feeling. And I was stuck there. And it felt like all my problems were magnified times 10, and I couldn't stop thinking about them. And it got, and like, don't get me wrong, like I've never actually thought about like killing myself. I've never even come close to trying or anything, but it was just like I just wanted to just not have to deal anymore. But I never came close to doing it. Not anything like that. Just like down in the dumps as the worst I could possibly imagine being up here. And it got to the point this spring when I got back from Guatemala, and again, like 99% of the time, super awesome, happy Kyle, everything's great, because everything is great. But when these low periods would hit, sometimes it would be a day, sometimes it would be up to like a full week where I would go through this entire week, and I would have, good times during the week. But if there was this week period, maybe half the days, maybe the full day, it's hard to explain. I would just be in that low period. And it got to the point where Desi convinced me to get a counselor. And so I've been seeing a counselor virtually every 2-3 weeks or so for the summer up until now. And I did a lot with the counselor and on my own. And I kind of wanted to talk, I want to keep this video under 6 minutes, so I have 3 minutes left. I just really want to keep it concise. I want to talk briefly about what I did to kind of get through it and have so far the best year of my life, and absolutely the best summer of my life. Business has never been better. I've never been happier with myself, with my relationship with Desi, with my running. And my counselor and I decided that we didn't have to regularly schedule visits anymore because I'm doing so well. And actually, I told the counselor that since we actually started talking, really, I haven't had a low period. And I'm actually keeping track of low periods. And I've had, in August and September, I've maybe had one day that I marked as having more than 20 minutes of sadness. And if I mark that, it was probably zero minutes of sadness that day. And part of what I've been doing is not only working with what to do when I feel this deep sadness, but how to avoid it. And one of the things that I started doing is talking about it and tracking it. And things I've never done before. Talking about it with my counselor and tracking it with my bullet journal. And that's what I wanted to kind of run through quickly with you. And there are a few things in here, but so this is just a log, and you can see I record my mood, my sleep, and my stress. And then I record things like, did I meditate? Did I do at least 20 minutes of reading? Did I get banjo play in? Did I get at least 2 cups of fruit? And so I'm marking all that and keeping track of all of it. And then I have a daily kind of journal here as well, where I write about, I have a mantra, I guess, a mantra, I don't know what to call it, a statement that I put at the top, and then I have a plan, day oi, plan for the day, and then I have tasks that I want to do. And so the plan is I just kind of write out, in a single paragraph, kind of how I want my day to go. And then my tasks, this is a work thing, where I write 3 tasks down that if they're the only 3 things I complete that day for work, it's a good day of work. And then at the end of every day, I do thorn blossom rose, where I write out 1 thorn, something that didn't go well for the day. And usually I actually don't write anything for it. A blossom, something that's developing that I'm looking forward to. And a rose, something that went well for the day. And I'm going to go over 6 minutes for this video. And I told my counselor that the act of observing something changes the observed, and that's true for many things. And I think it was very true for me. Is I've tried journaling before. I've done various different kind of methods and whatnot, and this has been more successful than every other method combined. I've never journaled more, probably in my life, than I have in the last 2 months. And you just got to find something that works for you. And this method has worked really well for me. And it's nice because there's a few aspects of it. There's the tracking of of habits. Did I have alcohol that day or not? Did I overeat at all that day? You could track things like, when did you eat? And this is I like this up here because, so this is my mood. Wait, this is my mood. Wait, what is it? Yeah. So you can see my mood is a 9 or a 10 almost every day. My sleep is about 7-8 hours every day. And my stress level is almost always a 0. So life is good. And, there are things in here that I want to avoid. So things like, I don't know, just a bunch of stuff. I have my supplements down here. Did I play with banjo? So I told my counselor that I almost play with banjo every morning. Like this morning, I swear to God, we were up for 4 minutes and he was already pushing a toy against our ankles. And so I mark in the afternoon or the evening whenever I do my check-in, and I have those marked on here as well. I mark, did I play with banjo? If the answer is no, I'll play with banjo. So that brings me joy. Or with meditation. If the answer is no, then I'll want to mark that. So I'll make a point later on in that day or immediately to meditate, to play with banjo, to take banjo for a walk is in here. To spend quality time with Desi, to affirm her. Was I intimate with Desi on that day? And what I'll do is I'll make a circle, I'll fill in a circle if, so like this one is up at 5 a.m. And so if I complete it, it's a filled in circle. If it was like almost, then it's a outline of a circle. And if I don't do it, it's blank. And so again, like meditation or playing with banjo, if I didn't do it, I'll make a point to do it. But if I did do it, I mark it that yes, it's been completed, but then I benefit from that activity a second time by thinking about, oh, I played with banjo today. And that just raises my vibration, my mood, my happiness one more notch. Just thinking about playing with banjo or meditating makes you feel better. And so I benefit from a morning activity or an afternoon activity again by marking and thinking about it later in the evening. And then the daily log is nice because I have my affirmation, and it's I will be making at least $8,333 monthly by December 2020. And I really want to get back up to that 6-figure mark. I hit it for 1 quarter, the first quarter, I think, maybe the second quarter of 2020. And I'm down a little bit. I need 4 more clients to get back up there. So come on. And I wish my chair wasn't so squeaky. And that is simply just, it's It's a way, it's an affirmation. It affirms, it strengthens my resolve. It's a good start to the day. And then the plan de hoy is kind of what I'm looking to do for the day. And then the tasks, like I said, are 3 main work tasks. And again, this is a nice thing to plan my day. I'm telling myself how my day is going to go. I'm laying it out. I have my clients do a visualization on Sundays where they look through the training for the next week and write out briefly 1 sentence per day what their training is going to look like. When are they going to do it? And it's the same here. Research shows that visualizing like that increases compliance. That's why I started doing it with my clients, and that's why I'm doing it here. Writing out when and what you're going to do improves the chances that you'll do it. So I'm writing out when and what I want to do, good things in here. And tasks, again, if I clearly write out the 3 main tasks for the day, I'm more likely to get them done. I'm more focused. And then one other thing that I put in here is, so September memories. And so every day I just write a memory for the day. And I randomly generate this. So it could be a thing I learned that day, an idea, a memory, self-love. Like what did I do today for me? Gratitude for the day, or something nice that I noticed from Desi for me for that day, such as, her making dinner, or holding hands on a walk, or if she said something nice to me, something like that. And again, it's about being mindful of good things that are happening, and that's the entire point of this. And so part of this is really stressing the importance. Something else I wanted to stress is the importance of seeking help. It's okay to seek help. There's 0% chance that I wouldn't be as happy, as successful as I am now without seeking professional help. And not only with the counselor for my mental health, but I've hired business coaches. I wouldn't be making $7,500 a month as an online running coach without having invested in business coaches and courses in the past. And this chair, I gotta fix this chair. And with my running, I've worked with nutritionists and I've worked with running coaches, and 0% chance. I'm a running coach. I have a degree in nutrition, but I have benefited from working with nutritionists and running coaches and game changers, people. So, if you're thinking about running, your job, your mental health, learning a new habit that brings you joy, anything, hiring people to help you is an investment. It's an investment in yourself. I hear from my clients all the time that it's nice having a schedule. They love the meditations I put into their calendars or the gratitude practices. It's nice to just be told what to do with their running and not have to make it up themselves, hope it's the right training. Motivation and accountability with strength work, so their bodies are stronger, not only for running, but for when it snows and they have to shovel outside. All that. Hiring anybody to help you with anything. I have a virtual assistant who, with my job, who she helps me do some tasks that I don't need to be the one to do, and she keeps me accountable with tasks that in the past I wish I would have done, but I had trouble holding myself accountable for. She helps me because she's expecting, on Monday, she's expecting me to have that week of my tasks for her ready. And there's things I have to do, such as, writing an article, filming a video, what do I want to post from that article, when, etc. Letting people into the Plant-Based Runners Unite group. Things like that. Accountants. I have an accountant for the first time last year. awesome. It was fantastic having somebody help me with my business taxes. Actually, I messed up my taxes with my business account, and so I hired a lawyer to help me figure out what I needed to do to make it right. And again, wouldn't have been able to do it on my own, 0% chance. And so I literally would not be, I can't stress this enough. And it's a reminder that, it's okay to get help, because that's what those people are there for. They're there to help you. And, I wouldn't be as successful, as happy as I am now without having had all this help from everybody that has helped me. Not, everybody that I've hired to help me, and everybody that have just helped me on the side, basically. I wouldn't be where I'm at without all of them combined. And so just a reminder that if you're thinking about anything, if something is not where you want it to be in your life, don't think about it. Don't think about it anymore. Google it. Find somebody in your area online. Ask for referrals from friends. Find some help. It's an investment in your happiness, in your health, in your well-being. And if it's a good fit, if you benefit from it in any way, it's gonna be worth it. So I'm gonna leave you with that, because I'm at 16 and a half minutes, and that's way longer than I wanted to go on this video, but I hope it was helpful. And if I convinced one person to seek a counselor or a nutritionist for weight loss that they've been struggling with for 6 years, or a business coach to help them with launch their business or streamline their business, if I've convinced one person to do it, then thank you. But I got to get back to work. I felt like doing this video topic quick. So I hope somebody's mind has been changed. But have a great day, and as always, you keep running, I'll keep coaching.